get started. We got a big show and a big celebrity in studio with us today. Science and religion go head to head in a new courtroom showdown on the Goodman Theater stage.
Inherit the Wind is based on the real-life Scopes monkey trial of 1925. This is a story of a small-town educator's trial for teaching the theory of evolution. And Harry Lennox is here with more. Harry, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, G,
for
having me here.
Oh my gosh.
So much.
Chicago born and raised. My man is back here in the city with us.
Yes.
We're so excited that you're back here. Tell us a little bit about making this switch. Not switch, I shouldn't say, because you do theater, you do it on the screen, on stage. What do you like most?
Well, first I have to say, I was very fascinated by every segment that you showed, the teasers and the beer and being scared and the
Stick
art
around.
center.
You can have the beer.
Sounds great. I bet, but I don't really make a distinction anymore, you know, between, for example, in this play at the Goodman Theater, Inherit the Wind, based on a movie that starred one of my very favorite actors. He's in my mind every time I open my mouth. Is the great Spencer Tracy, and of course Frederick March, who played opposite him. But it seems to me, for the first time, I've got like an earwick, a thing where actually this is my only second time with such a device, where you could literally whisper in the theater and be heard. This, you know, we were trained to be able to fill up an entire sort of auditorium with no amplification. But that said, it's a wonderful tool, and I think as the technology catches up with the craft, that there's fewer and fewer differences in style and, you know.
So the earwick is a little microphone? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
that picks
so
up? Okay.
in this case, it's flesh colored, and they can color it, you know, to meet your whatever. They can hide it in a wig, and you never see it, or do many other things. There are people that could drop lines from the ceiling, or have little pads placed strategically throughout the stage, where you can, as I say, whisper, and you can be heard. And so I think it gives a much greater amount of nuance and dimensionality to the actor's performance in the theater.
I mean, Sarah mentioned, Chicago born and raised. Now you split time between some other cities as well.
Yes.
But hey, what do you attribute your success to? I mean, in terms of, you've really struck it big, like in terms of some big blockbusters, but then some really popular television shows like The Blacklist. I mean,
what do I perhaps credit this luck? You know, I think is a good part of it, but I think the play, Inherit the Wind, gets into it, you know, this battle or fusion, perhaps, faith and reason. So I trained to be a Catholic priest. I don't know if you knew this.
No.
But I went through many permutations of thought and philosophy and religion. And I think that this is what the play deals with, but that has also been, I think, what has fueled my personal journey and arguably, therefore, my career, is that I have, I guess, been naturally attracted to, or things have been attracted to me that sort of deal with those two big issues. Where, you know, for example, with The Blacklist you mentioned, what is the balance between law and justice? What is the battle between good and evil, bad guy and good guy? Here's the FBI working with a known criminal to achieve a better purpose. So these kinds of utilitarian, you know, that's been very interesting to me.
Do you hunt out those projects?
No, they find
Justice
me.
League, Blacklist, they find you. They're like, we're on to him. Unbelievable. So how do you go from training to become a priest to that pivot of acting?
Well, I don't know that there's a great distinction between it. You know, I would make the case that every mass that you attend is certainly a ritual, certainly a performance, certainly a communal exercise where there's a divide between the stage or the altar and an audience or a parishioner, for example. And so to a certain amount, it involves memory, recitation, captivating an audience, this kind of thing. So I think that this is just my way of being of that kind of service.
You mentioned luck, but obviously incredible talent, dedication to the craft, and clearly every choice you make, there's deeper meaning for you as an artist. Tell us about this particular production. I mean, it's incredible how universal the themes are and how we're kind of grappling with the same questions today.
I should say so. You know, how do we tolerate each other in a society where in some states, you know, there are certain reproductive issues at stake, or issues of citizenship, or issues of just truly, again, of tolerance. this is not a nation that was meant to be, it was not constructed to be governed by religion, but how in a nation of many such people, religious people, do you let them have some say in how they will live their lives in their community? And I think that, and it goes both ways. I think at this moment, where the intolerance is. I think in this play, it's pretty clear that people like Matthew Harrison Brady, there's my good friend Alex Gimignani, and there I am right there, but that's a great cast. But, you know, he represents the old-fashioned traditional Christian way of thinking, that is what should guide government. And I'm saying, no, we need to be able to entertain other thought in a free society.
I know you're really busy at the Goodman Theater with the whole cast, obviously, when you're here in Chicago, but is there anything when you come back into town that you have to do, that you love to do?
Well, certainly going to the theater is among those many treats.
Yeah.
The Goodman is my home theater, so it's so great to be back home doing here. I've actually developed a great relationship with the Steppenwolf Theater recently, too, so going to front bar at Steppenwolf is a must-do.
Perfect.
Yes.
I love it.
Was there a favorite memory from your childhood in terms of growing up here?
Golly, I think, you know, when we won the Little League World Series, I was in...
Wait a second.
Yeah. I mean, not in my neighborhood.
Oh, I was like, you did that too? What can't you do? Okay, your
Only
neighborhood
my little
one.
district, yeah.
That's pretty
we
awesome
won.
too.
We won, and I was on base, and, you know, I got to score in that game, and that's probably my favorite kid story.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks so much for coming back and visiting your
too.
hometown and being an
Love it.
inspiration for so many of us. Really appreciate it. Inherit the Wind is at the Goodman Theater now through October 20th.